God. All right, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining us. And it's been it's. I think this week is going to be one of the most important weeks for us. Um, really happy to see a lot of new people coming in. I don't know if how many of them of them are joining just for speculation, and how many of them are joining to be part of our community. But I'm hoping at least those who come and listen and ask those questions here, probably are gonna, hopefully would understand a little bit of how we are working and what's happening. First things first, thanks a lot for everybody who contributed whatever they could for Shin, one of our OG members. He's been here from day one. It was nice to see quite a lot of people come forward and donate. It's just, sometimes it's just like giving back a little bit of what we make. If we made something, don't there's no reason to feel embarrassed or anything, even if it was just 0.01 or 0.02 ETH, because it kind of adds up. I think we raised close to like 6,000 now. It's almost $6,000. Just want to kind of emphasize again that we're just gonna raffle out a Gen 2 for you guys. I know none of people didn't do it expecting that, but for every 0.01 ETH, we just will consider it as one ticket. So if you had sent like zero point 0.1 ETH, it'll be like 10 tickets. If you send like 0.02, it's going to be like 2 tickets. So anybody who sent 0.01, kind of like, will be considered as one ticket, and we'll run a raffle maybe in 2 days or something, probably. And I hope it also goes to some, probably a Jiraverse holder or something, so that, they can be part of the Gen 2 thing. Just wanted to start off with, as I said, like, I think this month's been like really good. I think we are shining 100%. A lot of projects are kind of dying, and they're shutting down. I think enough of negativity. I think we are doing our best. I think I stopped. I think there was a period last month where I think a lot of my tweets are also a bit negative. So I stopped, and I've started like focusing on the important things, or how we can like make the space better. Like some giveaway and some, I think one of the holders was confused whether to get into Atama or PG, and suddenly I decided to just give him my Atama for just entering the PG ecosystem. So it was really nice to see, like a lot of people, like that it just shows something, right? Like, as a community, you guys are super strong. It's not on us, it's 100% on you people, because a lot of projects have lost relevancy, even with a lot of let's say news coming out. There's no move on the floor, or there is no move in the market, because there is literally no eyes or attention on the project. But it makes a big difference when you have a community that is strong and is vocal and stands behind the team. The majority of them, the listing numbers, it doesn't mean a lot, right? It doesn't mean a lot to me personally, but I think for a lot of people, that's a huge metric they look at, like, the number of people that are listing, and even Genesis sales have been happening a little bit the last, 2 weeks and stuff. We I think really thanks a lot for those who have been sticking with us, through all the highs and lows and stuff. Because like PG as a brand, we just do not want to launch a product or a service that's just like, that we are not proud of, and at the same time, a product that's existing in the market. We want to be unique. That's why I don't, all this while I was not even tweeting much about PG or anything, is because like most of the products we launch, I just felt that the real utility is not yet out. And the real utility for me is when a real product that solves a real world issue, and at the same time helps or benefits all the NFT holders in some way or the other, is where, like, a real use case or utility is. So 100%, like, I once again, like, legit want to thank our community who have been holding, not looking at the floor. There are people who don't even know what the floor has been for the last month or so. But considering that the floor talk came out, I think as a community we can understand, or as as been in the space for a while, we can understand how the metrics keep changing. In the sense, like, people just buy in. Some of them just buy for speculation. They could be pump, and when the real product comes out, then they'll, like, they'll start dumping because they don't understand what's happening. We are expecting to change that this time with not just one announcement, but like series of announcements over a period of almost like 2 or 3 or 4 weeks, maybe even from starting from December 16. Some real stuff, not just just I think people are just expecting fusion. I think as much as I'm saying that fusion is happening, but that's not the only thing, and that's not the main thing that's dropping for the month. All right. So a really major important pivot, a major important change, quite a big change as well from a lot of things. I think it's definitely going to benefit those who trusted in us for sure. Yeah. Anyways, so December 16th, keep an eye on PG's Twitter account. I'm counting days. So there's quite a few changes that we're gonna do, guys. I think we did talk about the fusion mechanism before, right? We just briefed about it, but in depth, I think we have to adapt and change to the market. So for the last 3 months, we plotted a different method, which we think is going to benefit the long-term holders heavily. Right? I want to re-emphasize that the new mechanism is going to benefit the new fusion mechanism, and what you're going to gain as as holders is going to benefit the long-term holders significantly than before. Right? I don't, as I said, I like to downplay things normally, but here I can proudly or confidently say that the pivot that we are taking is something I don't think any of you would have guessed or expected. I didn't see any theories around it. So it definitely is going to benefit the long-term believers or long-term holders, at least 6 months to 1 year as a minimum. Those who are willing to or thinking of holding a PG, they're going to benefit significantly. We are changing our entire mechanism of staking, our entire mechanism of a lot of things. We're going to introduce something called as a loyalty system. Stake, you don't have to stake anymore. It's basically you can literally hold it in your wallet. There's not going to be hard staking or anything. I do not care if people are just going to list it or whatever. Doesn't matter, because I believe that the method that we are going to implement is going to 100% reward people if they hold it than just kind of like try to dump it or something like that. So it won't be a hard staking. It'll be a soft staking, which means it'll be just in your wallet, and you will be earning Jira X tokens from the Jira marketplace. So which means they're simplifying or dropping 2 or 3 steps, right? So there'll be like 2 or 3 steps. This thing, what is it? 2 or 3 steps basically will be eliminated. It'll be like simplified. So you can, yeah, pretty much. That's like this. We don't want to just hold off or create this false metric of the listing or something by hard staking and stuff. It's not like it's working for everybody. It's not like I see projects even having hard staking and have like 10 or 20% listed. So it's not for that, but I strongly believe that it's not going to make a difference to our holders personally, whether it's hard staking or soft staking and those kind of listing numbers and stuff. So we're moving towards a very, very unique loyalty system. Okay, very unique loyalty system, never been done before. A method I think evenly benefits small fishes and whales, right? So 100%, I almost can guarantee I don't think that mechanism or that method has been implemented in the space before, right? I know Moonbirds has got its own method. That's kind of unique, and Potatoes has got a different kind of a method that's unique. But I think personally, the method what we have hasn't been done before. And apart from Jira X, so there's going to be like a different mechanism that's going to benefit people. It's going to be like an annual event, kind of like mostly an annual event that's going to benefit people that hold long term and stuff. So Don, you're talking about the future long term holder or the past ones? Future long term, I would say from Jan 1, let's say, right? It's going to benefit from the past as well, King. There is a very different thing that's going to happen. We'll announce it. It's for a small percentage of people that held from the beginning, or that's been like holding off. It's going to benefit a little bit in the fusion side. Okay, so yeah, long-term holders or long-term stakers, long-term holders. Okay. So just like, I just want us to treat this thing as, like, as I said, like, 1 year for us has been a lot of learning, a lot of mistakes, a lot of good things as well, a lot of amazing connections and all those things made, and so a lot of positives. All right, but as a team, we learned without burning the funds. We learned a lot of things, and it's like, we didn't, without rugging, we learned, and we are going to implement whatever we learned and whatever we observed from other markets and all those things. So it would definitely, we want to implement all those things from Jan. So simply put, it's not going to be hard staking. You can just have it in your wallet, but there's going to be a loyalty method. So which means as long as you keep it in the same wallet, you're going to get some benefits. It could be socks, it could be underwear or whatever. Definitely DJ. So all right, so it's going to be much better than it's as I said, like, it's a different mechanism. I am pretty confident, like, I as a trader or I as a holder, thinking about different aspects. It's a lot of thought has gone into this mechanism, like, how it's probably going to be, let's say, in Q1, probably the implementation, but the announcements will be made, like, what from December 16th, there's going to be one by one. There's going to be set of announcements. There won't be a shortage for announcements and drops. So that's all I can say, right? So the loyalty system is going to benefit, people that are going to be with us, right? From let's say Jan or Feb 2023, and kind of like run a little bit of a parallel system to benefit guys. All right, so. Thought that would be case. Dude, I want to lock up my Gen 2s up for 12 months plus to get Fusion. So, I mean, like, see, what are you guys expecting from Fusion, right? Fusion is going to be like, again, like, we'll kind of like have a proper marketing narrative on it. Fusion is not just for us to reduce the supply. Okay, it's a false metric. It's not going to help a community grow in any way just because, like, hey, we reduce the supply. There has to be a reasoning behind it, and stuff like that. So that's why the mechanism, what we have kind of modified, and we, as you may see when you see the new announcements, it's definitely going to be a much better way. It's going to give Gojira huge firepower. All right. As a community, even during this bear, with as you may know, like, it's not like we are like heavily funded with $10 million or something, like some random projects that are burning all the funds, with a lot of shit. So we definitely think that the new mechanism is going to benefit and bring in a lot more builders, bring in a lot more traders, bring in a lot more, people that want to be a part of growth and not just be fed, but rather, like, we want to treat this way, right? Simply put, Genesis are like something where I would recommend, if I want to recommend something, Genesis is to people who do not have much time and they just want to kind of like, hold on to the brand, to try and grow with the brand, as the brand grows and stuff. Genesis is probably the best. Fusion is going to be, something where you want to build something together, or you want to build together with the community. It's more like a builders network kind of thing. At the same time, get some extra benefits, extra perks, a little bit of game theory, a little bit of game mechanics, just to kind of like keep it interesting, keep it speculative, and segregating people into what they like. For example, like, and also give a taste of how being a Genesis feels like in a different way, right? Because with the low supply, we kind of planned few things, for each of the factions, like the good ones, evil ones, and the hybrid ones. You'll have your own factions, you'll have your own benefits, you'll have your own access for different aspects based on, like, what you hold. The choices what you make may or may not affect, how your progress is going to be. So anyways, like, it's not something to worry too much. There's going to be a core value that's going to be guaranteed for everybody, and then step up, like, for different factions there will be different values, different extra value adds. You can't come and complain like, why is this faction getting this and not us? There's going to be like 80% common or 75% common features across all the fused Gen 2s, and 25% will be varying. Right, this varying part is what I'm coming up to. So it's gonna some of you would love to have some extra trading access, but we cannot provide that to all 3,000 people because it'll cost us crazy. But maybe like 333 people, it won't cost us a lot. So Genesis will get benefit A, and faction faction good will also get, say, benefit A, for example. And then there's going to be benefit B, and benefit B will be given to Genesis again, and then it'll be given to faction B as well. And then there's going to be benefit C, that will be given to Genesis and hybrid or the faction C. So which means, like, in simple, Genesis will get access to everything, whatever we do, whatever we get, whatever external partnerships. And Fusion, which before we didn't have this access because there's 3,333 Gen 2s, we can only raffle some spots, we can only give certain aspects to Gen 2s and stuff. But now that it's going to be factions, certain elements are going to go down for each of the factions. So ideally, like, you're not a trader, you don't care if you have like 5 tools access, for example. Probably one faction is not going to be benefiting you as much as another faction, where it's a mix of investors that want to keep pitching ideas, or that want to keep kind of building some stuff together, give whitelist pods or get access. And another one could be probably investors guild, where it could pretty much be like where you get access to super specific investments that are not available for 3,000 people, but probably available for 500 people or 600 people. So Genesis plus faction C. So it's going to be interesting. Definitely, it's going to be interesting for people. Yeah. All right. And for the single holders, Vico, so loyalty mechanism is not just for Fusion ones, right? Because we'll try to hold my Gen 2 100%. It's not just going to be for the Fusion. It's going to be for everybody. So Genesis, Gen 2, and Fused. All right. As I said, the aim of this loyalty mechanism is to benefit the single Gen 2 holders as much as it can benefit the whales as well, because that's one major problem in the space that doesn't have a solution. Personally, I think we found a solution, okay, and I'm confident about it. But I think I spoke to a few people about it. They love the idea, and even our team member G is one of them that kind of really liked that idea as a degen. Like, just to let you guys know, as much as G is part of the core team, G is as much as a degen in heart by more than any of you, like, so it's not like he's like biased with a lot of views. It's more like kind of things like the community. So as a community manager as well, that helps us a lot with a lot of views. And we also kind of like, I have a habit of sharing few ideas with few Genesis holders here and there. I kind of DM them just to like a test group, just get their idea. So just to feel the pulse and stuff like that. So yeah, that's something I wanted to just put it across. So it's going to benefit even if you hold a single Gen 2, you're part of the community. It's going to 100% benefit you, and it won't affect. It's a major problem, right? People might think that our Fusion is going to get 10 times more benefit. That means Gen 2s are worthless. Absolutely not. I don't think there should be any differences or any changes even after Fusion for the Gen 2s. Fusion is going to get like different kind of benefits. Obviously, token earning rate is one thing, but a different kind of benefit that won't relate or degrade the value of Gen 2s. Don't forget again that our supply is super small, even for 3,333 plus 333. Whereas like projects like Pudgy Penguins or other 10K supplies have got like crazy flow. So value wise shouldn't be affected because there's 3,333 and then there's Fusion and stuff coming up, right? So I don't believe that that just because there's Fusion coming up, that Gen 2's single Gen 2 holders won't gain any value. You will see when we announce more details about this loyalty thing. Yep. Learned without drugging equals bullish. Exactly. That's the major. That's the major and one of the most important things. Learning without drugging, learning without burning funds, and learning without screwing up your brand. I can proudly say it at this point, a project that's almost a year old, right? Just 4 more days for us to turn 1 year. One of the few projects with almost nil controversy, right? It's just a hard thing. Like, no founders missing, no founders, gone, no team member leaving. Everyone has been there with us from the start. And no FUD from team members, no FUD of non-payments, no FUD of, some random crappy shit done by Shan or Jamie, or like dodgy shits, super transparent. So that by itself is a major brand value, and we still have the funds to kick off 2023. We're going to go hard on 2023. All right. It might mean that we burn a little more funds than than normal, but I think we have to make that move. Like we learned enough, we understood the market enough, we have secured a lot of amazing partnerships. Kellogg's, you might have seen as well that it's paused now, but still, like these kind of partnerships with Web2 brands, Audi, Kellogg's, or other products, has not been easy. It's definitely a lot of work, but we have been building our network in the back end. So 2023, we are going to go super hard, so that when 2024 comes up, we either are going to be like in a different tier or different league with all our products and launches and stuff, or we just are gonna keep trying again. Like, we definitely are not gonna, but 2023 we're gonna go super hard, right? So 2023 is like almost like a very important year for us, and we planned and everything, the base and everything has been set in 2022. So 2022 second half has primarily been used for setting up, learning, observing other good projects, even observing the bad projects, what they've done wrong, to kind of not repeat those mistakes. So 2023 is going to be like super hard for us. So December 16, you'll get a glimpse of what I mean. All right. So maybe I misunderstood, but if you maybe my minister, but if you held for 8 months, will you be happy, or does the loyalty basically start now? See, the loyalty thing is hard, general. Like we want to kind of like, we're going to give some benefits for the fusion side of things for being a member from the start. But think about it, right? We cannot be discounting people that have been exit liquidity for a lot of people buying in at a higher price than a lot of people from 8 months back. I'm not discounting anything, right? But think about it, right? It's a very sensitive thing, but say you guys minted at 0.05, you held through, crazy, amazing, perfect. Like these are the best people you can have in the community. But think of the guy who bought in for 10 ETH or 7 ETH coming into the project. So we cannot be like, sorry guys, we're going to reward just the 0.05 ETH buyers from the start because they've been holding from the start. So we are going to give you less benefits than them. It just feels like they paid like say 200x more than what the early minters paid from the Genesis side, for example, than this thing, right? So I strongly think that we have given a lot of value to early holders, whether it in terms of Gen 2 drops, if at least even one, simply put, right? Think about how mind blowing this is. A year back, dropped a Genesis at 0.05, and then each Genesis was able to mint 3 Gen 2s for 0.1 ETH, and Gen 2s flew to what, 4 or 5 ETH, and Genesis flew to like 20 ETH. So essentially, for a 0.05 ETH mint, somebody could have, if they had sold at least a Gen 2 or 2 Gen 2s or 3 Gen 2s also, could have made anywhere from 5 ETH to 15 ETH to 40 ETH from a 0.05 ETH mint, right? So I basically think that we have definitely been rewarding holders, and in some way or the other, like through auto whitelists or other aspects. So we want to kind of start off a little bit as a fresh slate for the new loyalty program. I hope the OGs still support this initiative, because we have to be welcoming for the new holders as well. And I really hope that the early minters benefited pretty decently, or at least we hope we have given you guys it's just a teaser. Let's say the first year has been a teaser. The real stuff, let's say, starting from 2023. So we want the new buyers at the higher price as well to have that the chance to be part of the community, because like say people like Madara, right, or people like Tata, for example, who came in who joined us much later, but they've been providing so much value to the Genesis or Gojira community, or even Jiraverse, right? How many of his giveaways, or how many of his free mints have given us so much money? Like this thing called as Degen Mint was a unique concept created by a Genesis holder who joined us 6 months after mint, who paid much more than, let's say, the minter. So I hope that you guys support our initiative as well, that we want to start off with a clean slate for the loyalty program from 2023 beginning. so that we can give the chance for new entrants to also be this part of this, let's say, the diamond hand community or whatever. So that's my reasoning for it. So yeah. Bro, you're not gonna make fucking Tata motherfucker change his name. Yeah, I'm gonna slap my ass. Stops taking on an implement slap my. You're not gonna get me anymore, man. You're done. Right? You're not like, you can probably try with this poor Jira OS holders who have no clue about what's all the alpha and the genesis. It's all about slapma, ligma, and figma and stuff happening. So yeah. What's this? I can't see, Amresh. I'm sorry, I'm blind. I've been spending way too many hours in the. Is that fucking? I'm not gonna talk about much. Screw you, man. If I bring up much, everyone's like, it's been a year, right? It's funny how the only utility or only drop people have done or some projects have done is merge, and the only thing we haven't dropped is merge. All right, so just to touch a little bit, I'm gonna just touch on the merge. All right. So merge, there's going to be two merges, right? Number one is the official merge. I think you guys have been waiting, and thanks for waiting. So I think it's pretty much definitely this year, right? I think it's all set now, no changes. So merge, official merge, plus there's going to be a partnership merge later as well. So that's for very limited edition with a major Web2 brand that we're working on. So there'll be like two merge drops, one now and one probably in Feb or something. So that'll be a super limited edition drop with a major Web2 brand that we have been in talks with. So, but our official merch is launching this month. I think everyone has got an opportunity to buy. So it's not like first come, first serve and all those kind of stuff. Whoever wants to buy, I think, Amresh, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's not like limited or something. It's going to be for all the Gojira holders, isn't it? Yeah, for all. So no first come, first serve, but the major Web2 brands collab, official collab, is going to be super limited, like 150 hoodies and like 500 shirts or something. Like, it's super limited edition. And it's also going to be like a phygital drop. So with NFT plus a physical collectible kind of thing. So that's going to be probably in Feb. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's going to be like very limited edition, right? So it's going to be like probably raffled or something like that. All right, so it is a luxury brand. Yes, it's expensive. It's more expensive than Supreme. That's all I can say. Like, I didn't know that, but it's a product that's more expensive than Supreme for sure. So it's not going to be in the budget of everybody, but unfortunately, it's not our cost. We are not just trying to make money from it. Okay, we are just trying to bring that Web2 brand feel aspect, and the partnership is more important for us. We're not trying to make money. If it doesn't mint out, it doesn't mint out. So be it. But we are not going to charge crazy or something. It's going to be retail price, not like other projects. So we are the Web2 brand I'm talking about. So whatever is the retail for a limited edition, we're going to sell that, and the product has got a really good resale value in the market as well. So secondary market. So anyways, I'll leave that till that happens. That's, but the official merch is coming out this month. Yep. Official merch, everyone has a chance to buy. The other merch, everyone won't have a chance. It'll be raffled and stuff, and it won't be cheap as well. It's going to be a bit expensive because of the brand itself, not us. So don't come and FUD us if that product is expensive. It's for, let's say, the rich ones who just wanna buy some shit. It's not a luxury brand, all right. So that's something just wanna kind of say. It's not like a luxury brand. I'm just saying the cost wise. So yeah. All right. Next one. It's the official one with AA. I got the Crypto Gorilla hoodie. The dude, that material on the hoodie is so comfy. It's not with AA, definitely, DJ. That's the reason. See, the material with what AA has got, right? That's the reason that made us take equity in AA. I think so. Some of you might have seen the tweet. Some of you might have seen this tweet that that we had acquired equity in Yeye. So they are minting this month. I want to talk a little bit about it. So we have acquired this thing. They have a very well established fashion, merch brand, right? I think those whoever have got the auto whitelist for Yeye, yes. But I'm being honest here, right? I don't have anything to hide, and I've been as transparent as possible. It's not just our decision. It's not over allocated as such, but each wallet can mint three, right? So each wallet can mint three. So which means if the first 2,000 people mint three at 0.039 ETH mint, probably it's going to mint out. So that's something to keep in mind. Although all the Genesis are whitelisted, we probably going to whitelist. I think Groot, if Groot is here, or at least G, we can probably whitelist all the legendary Gen 2 holders as well, and 100 or 200 spots for the Gen 2s. So I think they've given us totally 500 spots for the Gen 2 for the Gojira fam. So it's basically if everybody mints 2,000 people, it's done. But we have assumed a ratio of 1.5. So we have kind of like gonna put like 3,500 wallets in, right? So we're gonna put 3,500 wallets in. So this is the decision by EAA, right? So 3,500 wallets in. But if the first 2,000 mint out, all like 3 mints per wallet, so it can mint out before. So the aim is not to just create FOMO or anything. It's a nice product. I don't know if you guys saw this, but it's a very bad market, right? Let's put it that way, right? But what we have worked out is a very innovative product with them. So this is an idea. This is an idea by both Gojira and I hope you guys support us as well, because this is definitely a product that was designed by both Gojira and Yeye. Can you see my screen? I don't know if you guys can see my screen yet.
Yeah, we can see.
I don't know. It shows like it's just loading. Right, let me just try once again, because I want to just talk about a little bit, because now that we have taken equity in, I want you guys to first understand what equity is. Like for those of you who do not know, one sec. Okay, I'm not able to get it.
Hello, inlanders. Welcome to Yeye Verse. Join me to pick one up and personalize your Yeye. This Yeye will be your forever companion to stroll around and explore Yeye Verse. Worry not, if your Yeye gets bored and complains about
Sadly,
the outfit
our
of your
founder
Yeye,
has passed
you can
away.
always recustomize them in our trades shop. You heard it. You can attach or detach any traits to your Yeye. All of this will happen and tradable on chain. The mint is just the beginning of your personalized journey.
Somehow I know this is Amrish is doing. I just know it.
We have amazing news. Our founder is alive again.
Hey guys,
This is Solana,
can you
Shan.
guys hear me? Yeah, fuck man.
Let's go.
Our founder has died, guys. Our founder has regretfully passed away.
I
We'll
knew Ambush
be
was behind
sending
this whole
a
rug
wallet
thing.
around. We'll be sending a wallet around for funeral donations. Um, this isn't a rug wallet at all. Yeah. So I guess I can chime in here
Fuck, I've been
while
talking by
our founder.
myself. Oh god, I don't know what the. No way.
Dude, like 5 minutes. 5 minutes, we haven't heard a thing.
Our founder's alive, guys. Our founder is alive.
Dude, I was like, what the. Oh my god, such a rug. I rugged myself. All right. So I was just saying, I was just talking about Yeye, that they already have a well-established, merch brand, using luxury leather and stuff to recreate, and they've got amazing quality. So anyone who's bought that merch from them can vouch for it. It's amazing quality. So as PG, we always look to expand our businesses and look at options to make money outside of royalties and stuff. So we do not have the capacity or experience, let's say, to start a merch brand from start, take care of the logistics and all those things. So which is where something like Yeye makes a lot more sense, because they've already got a well established already they got like this well established brand and stuff going on IRL. So taking equity means like any of these things, we're going to come up with a lot of customized merch and options, even for PG holders and other communities. Look at something like this, right? For those of you who like luxury prints or hand printed luxury stuff as well, for $1,000, who wants to pay money, right? It's purely for those who want to pay money. So these are the products that they have been developing and selling for ages. Look at this Gojira. Ken got this, right? Ken's partner gifted him for his birthday. Let me just show you this custom merch that they have made, for Gojira, right? Uh, so these opportunities, it's open for us, for an avenue. So we have a 20% equity. So we are letting the experts do their job, and we get 20% of all the profits. Win-win. We help them in the Web3 marketing side, connections and all those things, and they've already got this partnerships and all those things going on even before the mint, making money and all those things. So I think merch wise, I think they're really unbeatable, and in Web3 people are just, and other projects are just selling for crazy prices, where these people can literally it's pretty cheap, not too expensive for the amount of work that goes in. They're based in Indonesia, so production cost and stuff is comparatively less, but quality is super high. Paul Pogba, I don't know if you guys know Jessal, the social media influencer, and I think about quite a few influencers or celebrities are already customers, right, of Mayhem, their Web2 brand, right? So EA coming into Web3 is one thing, is about merch, where there's a major like market for us to make money with partnering with new projects or partnering with other projects, for their holders and being the supplier or white labeling services. And number two is the most important feature, that this was co-developed by PG and Kojira and Yeye, is the customized traits option. So how this is going to work is pretty much pretty interesting mechanic. So if you guys can watch this video, for instance, I think the taxi, if you can check their Instagram, I think they've got multiple designs. So design is purely perspective, in my opinion, how you want it and stuff. It's fully customized. So some people like it in the bottom, some people like it in the top. Like Ken ordered his shirt, he loved it, his partner ordered it for him. It was in the middle, so he likes it. So I think the most important thing to remember here is that that is exactly why customization is important. So design can be better, this can go there, this can go in the side, this can go in the back, this can go in the fucking butt or whatever. The customization aspect is very important, okay? Which is why I think custom merch is not easy, and you need to have a lot of resources to be able to do it. Which is why we think that the customized part to give that opportunity. We want to partner or get equity on a brand that can do this and it's already established in the Web2 space to do this than for us to create our own from scratch, right? So the way how this is going to work, so it's on-chain customization that you can construct and deconstruct. So I don't think there's any, at least from my knowledge at this point, you can sell individual traits. For example, on the day of minting, you're going to mint a pass. Okay, like it's an empty pass, like 0.039 ETH for an empty pass, and then within an hour after mint out, you get access immediately to a platform where you can customize your traits. Okay, like some will be premium if you want to buy the premium ones, or you get those free traits with which you can develop your AA. And now you can deconstruct those traits and sell them in the market, like as a separate this thing. So it allows customization to a level purely on chain, fully customizable, construct, deconstruct, and there's going to be some unique traits dropping from this thing as well. So basically customized trait that you can burn to claim a lot of things, merch or IRL goodies and stuff like that. So this has been a joint development by PG and AA, and so we get like 20% of the sales as well. So from AA Mint, 20% of the sales come back to PG Vault. So because it's pretty much our idea completely. So that's one of the Launchpad's thing, right? We do not just help them with launching, but we work to make products that suit the brand. So for AA, we came up with this idea. It's been in R&D for about 3-4 months now, and now it's fully ready, tested. So I think that's very unique and amazing concept. There's also some Gojira traits, for example. I would really suggest you guys to watch the video. It explains a little bit how it works. So there is basically PG hat or PG traits, for example. And we want to, one of the other things we want to do with AA is IP licensing. So any AA holder, for example, or a PG holder, we might be using your traits, for example. All those trait holders, for instance, there'll be like a payback system in a different way. It's almost like either a rental service where we rent those traits. I mean, EAA is going to rent those traits from you guys for using it into the merch and stuff and payback. So it's very legal and stuff. It's purely like comes down as a rental / IP licensing. And certain trait holders will also get separate access. So they've committed to, I think, 50% of the profits for development and 50% of the profits to give back as rewards to trade holders or licensing and stuff like that. It's a very unique concept and not just another same project dropping with no knowledge or something. So 3 major factors for AA. Number 1 is the merch, customized merch and stuff, where it's going to be like PG's wing for merch, one of the PG's wings for custom merch and stuff, white labeling services and all those things. Obviously PG holders will get like discounts, all right? So compared to the market and stuff, we'll be getting like, if you want to have a customized PG sweatshirt, hoodie or whatever of your NFT, you'll be getting significant discounts. You want to add LV leather or Gucci or whatever, overall there'll be a discount. Number 2 is the IP licensing, and number 3 is the on-chain customized trait marketplace, and this thing where you can sell those traits, construct and deconstruct them. So we have 20% equity. So that means if whatever they mint out and whatever they sell, any traits they drop, any of those sales, we get 20% back to our vault. I think that's going to be pretty helpful for us as well. Just in and I hope the mint, and they were open, they pretty much wanted a high mint price like any other project, but then they agreed to a decent mint price. So yeah. Pretty much I think that's it from I think my end. Are you saying I could team up with someone, make a design? Exactly. So there's going to be one more feature that essentially it's been worked out with them, is the option for people, or give them the tools, like almost like give them the tools to make their own products or sales. in the sense like, if you have an idea and stuff, but you do not have the resources to get things done, but you got the idea, you got, say, shop IRL or Web2 shop, or you have a Web3 Amazon store or something, but what you're lacking is probably the production, for instance. That's one of the planned utility. So holders can pretty much, AA holders, for example, can pretty much use that bit of that resource where you can custom order 1,500 or wholesale order of shirts and like those designs, and rest of it is taken care. You just have to buy in wholesale price as well. News and full updates. Just watch for 16th. I think there's going to be Fusion is not on 16th. Fusion is happening, as I said, like it's no delays or anything. But we kick off few things from 16th. Can I get sued by PG for printing my own Gen 2? Nope, absolutely not. I'm tempted to get a Kaiju. Should I get another Gen 2? If you ask in this chat, you know the answer, Capo. You know what's the answer if you're going to ask that question in this chat. So obviously we're going to be biased. All right. Yeah, I think pretty much. I think we'll have a major spaces on December 17th. All right. So December 17th we'll have major spaces. For example, sorry for main this thing. So that's where I think we'll be talking a lot more stuff once we drop few things on December 16th. So yeah. Just open for questions, or if any of you want to get on the stage. Any info on the World Cup? So again, not betting advice. I think I've put my final bet. I think this is the last bet for this season for Croatia and Morocco to be on the finals. It's pretty much like not the popular opinion, but yes. So odds of 12. Just because my previous big bet one doesn't mean this can win, but I see a decent opportunity here. So yeah, might as well. One second, I'll just. All right. What is it? So, leak something no one has on the radar. So Amrish is something to fud about. I think I told about the merch thing that was not even supposed to come. The second merch as well. Like that's definitely wasn't planned. And okay, maybe one more thing I could say is possibly, right? Again, you'll wait for the actual announcement. Just keep. I hope you guys just held your Jira voxel. That's it. Again, it's definitely going to have or it's possibly going to have a benefit for Fusion, right? If you held or hold your Jira voxel, it's going to help you a little bit in the Fusion side. So just want to maybe that's something I let you guys know. I think this question, Relic, the thing about the list of benefits for Genesis Gen 2, that's going to be solved by this month. Okay, guaranteed. All right, 100% solved by this month. No issues. 100% solved by this month. It's been the major problem. You know that that we lot like there's some projects where there's something done and they blow up a lot, and we do a lot, but it's not like clearly this thing. So all these problems will be sorted, like with the benefits, with what's the plan, future, the reach, and all those kind of things. Those things will be sorted. So onboarding process for newcomers when they come in, exactly to know what's happening. Yeah, I think so. Pretty much. That's pretty much the thing. Like, so we don't have to worry. You guys don't have to spend 30 minutes explaining what's happening. I know it's right now to explain the PG ecosystem. It takes 30 minutes for someone, including myself, because it starts somewhere and just keeps going forever. So it'll be like sorted. See, Marge, I think as much as I appreciate you buying a few months back and stuff, the major problem I think most of the NFT projects are facing, I hope, like, again, it's not like I'm not putting any blames or anything like that. Secondary market is something we are not under control of in that sense. 100% it's a reflection of the team's efforts and all those things and stuff. But like, yes, flows do pump during bull, and you guys don't even know the story, right? Like Gen 2, the way it was dropped, we dropped it over a period of 4 days, and we carefully made sure that it never fucking pumped in IC tools. You may call it manipulation in a way, because we didn't want the floor to pump, right? We didn't want the floor to pump like crazy because there was huge demand for Gen 2 and stuff. We chose a peak bear market to launch the Gen 2 as well at that time. At the time it was one of the worst days to launch. 4 days, 0.09 ETH flow, 0.09 ETH mint. Super slow mint spread over 4 days, never popped up in IC tools. Floor was like 0.6, 0.7. The reason why I did this was because I know what's going to happen. Like, if we had launched with hype and like other projects like Dutch auction or Fair Dutch auction and stuff. But what I realized later, no matter what you try to do and try to control certain things, it's impossible, right? So as a team, what we can do is just keep our heads high and keep moving forward. So if you bought a Gen 2 at 4 ETH or 5 ETH, for example, we can just keep delivering value and building and moving forward. But it's definitely not something ideal that I would like or I wanted, and we took measures. I never like pumped or like all the Genesis or Gen 2 floors as well. It was a natural process. I tried to control. I in fact even was posting about people to take be cautious for what they are throwing in, because NFTs are do not FOMO in, or just take your time. I think it probably worked. It's anyways, like as I said, like I can only maybe say that we are definitely going to keep working to ensure that see, this is pretty much the tweets I've made. I was even like telling in all my AMAs to be careful, not just for PG, any NFT project, to put in money that you can afford and to assess. Even from April, I've always been posting tweets about it. My holders, sometimes they're like, what the fuck, man, you're supposed to pump a floor and not like this. And like, what else can you do, right? So we can only keep delivering, we can only keep working, right? So as much as I appreciate you buying at a higher price, all I can promise is that PG team is going to keep delivering, keep working, keep bringing in this amazing partnerships and amazing products. But we cannot, unfortunately, control the flow. So, I know ETH was high. I know a lot of people even bought a Genesis at 80 grand, $90,000. So was Bored Apes. People have bought at $500,000 and stuff like that. So only thing even I am a victim of it, right? I've bought Neo Tokyo at like fucking like $100,000, which is worth like $6,000 now. So it happens. We just learn, right? And we do not just FOMO in, just understand what we are entering in and understand what we are buying into. I'm definitely not one of the founders, or we're not one of the teams that keeps pumping just for the sake. We definitely want to deliver real or actual value. All right. So just wanted to make sure, like, that I just wanted to answer that question, because it's a very tough question. A lot of founders do not answer, and they just be like, I never asked you to buy from the secondary. I'm not going to be like that. I really appreciate all those who bought even in the secondary and stuff. Um, what to say, that's pretty much what I can say. From us, we can commit to never ever stop working. Assume worst case, right? Assume worst case. If all our funds or whatever is completely burnt or something, like say a lot of projects are doing now, assuming nothing is there after a year and a half or something, we still would have solid products in hand, and we are going to keep continuing delivering. We're not going to give up, right? I think a lot of you know our situation. I think mine, Jamie, at least to an extent, that we definitely didn't start PG for money. We, by God's grace, we are pretty well off that we do not need to make money of Gajira to kind of survive and stuff. So we started this as with 15 ETH raise. We could have raised a lot more and stuff. So we never had that intention to make big money from PG. So it doesn't make any difference for us if it's a bear or a bull or something, or if we do not make as much as money. So we have a name in the space. We have a brand value. We have brand equity. 100% we cannot discount that. Till this date, anybody with the Gojira Genesis goes into a server, there is high amount of respect. They ask questions, and newcomers especially, they definitely have that level of respect for PG. That's never going to go away. All right, just as a brand value. And don't worry if our funds are burning out. Worst case, we go for before it burns out, we'll go for VC funding or private investor or private seed. I'm not stubborn on it. It's just that that's not needed at this stage. We are comfortable at this stage. Okay, so when we feel that maybe we're not comfortable or our funds are burning out, then I might look at like VC funding and stuff. And there's quite a decent amount of interest for VC funding. Think about it, right? There's very less projects that VCs want to enter the Web3 for tech development and all those things, and they want a well-established community. And there's very few projects that's left that they can fund. Okay, to jump into like VC funding, there's probably like 5 or 6 projects that I haven't taken any amount of funding or VC funding to run their project, and PG is one of them. And well recognized, and we are connected with a lot of VCs as well, right? Some of you may know that we helped a lot of projects. One of the major achievements for us is connecting Pixelmon with the new team and stuff like that. So we have our connections. One major strength of PG is our connections and network. So if we need to go down the route of VC or private investors or seed round or our tokens or whatever, we are going to take that move. When we feel that it might not be comfortable, we're not going to come out tomorrow and be like, all our funds are burned, sorry guys, right? So we have always we'll keep. That's why we have an amazing CFO and Ken and with the Jira Money Minds and stuff, who are assessing our finances, inflow, outflow, and all those things. Yes, obviously a lot of money we expected to come in this month didn't come in. Will be made in the next financial statement because of FTX issues. Unfortunately, a couple of projects got affected, so they couldn't move forward with the the launchpad or consultancy contract. But there's always more inquiries that come through, so we just have to take our time to pick the right ones. So right now our focus is on Yeye's drop on December 19. So let's kind of we'll worry about other things later. All right, so can you give a bit more info on the product which PG team is working on, which is in talks to raise 500k USD from A16Z? I think that product is already announced. So one of the products that's already, this is not a product that we're like it's coming, but it's actually a product where the MVP is developed, right? So it's called Jira. It's called Fortify, right? Fortify actually. So basically, Fortify refers to obviously it's protection and stuff. So it's NFT insurance, right? So it's an insurance product. We are partnering with the Web2 insurance company that's agreed to come on board. So they're a multi-billion dollar or multi-million dollar insurance company that's coming on board to insure the wallets and stuff. So we have developed the MVP. So this is what the best. It's not. I think Amresh. I think Jamie announced it last week. He kind of posted the YouTube video of this thing. So on Jamie, it's announced and it was already. So that's why the question came up. So that's one of the products, one of the main products. That's one of the products. Let's say, right. So PG holders, obviously, you'll get your benefits and stuff for NFT insurance, because as much as you buy assets, it's important to protect them, and Ledger is not the best way, in my opinion. Always connecting, disconnecting and shit. So what about a better way where you can literally, hold it in your cold wallet? The mechanic, I'm not going to reveal how it's working till it's out because competitor issues and stuff like that. But this mechanism, I think, is probably a very simple, but a mechanism where you do not have to just keep your stuff in ledger, stay safe, knowing that keeping it here, anything happens, it will be fully refunded. So, yep. That's the product that we applied for A16Z, and that's something like we're just waiting. I think the results will be on Jan. So instead of selling PG equity, we are selling equity for products, so that we still retain. What is PG? One of the main answers is that obviously we are a consulting company. We are an alpha group. We are everything, this and that, and all those things. But more importantly, we are also an R&D product development company. As such, like multiple different unique products being developed, which is very very important. That allows us to get a lot of VC funding, or get us like money, or put us in the market, because like NFT insurance is something you're going to target the entire audience of Web3 and not just one or two communities. So yeah, for those of you that asked the question, A16Z application video was for NFT insurance. So Rodriguez, instead of loot box, so as a concept of loot box, we have changed it to the loyalty scheme. So it'll be a separate loyalty scheme for Genesis. So the way it works for Genesis is very different. I'm sure you guys would like it. Right, I think. Any other questions? I hope I was my answer for the buying at 5 ETH was also fine, to a little bit. So yeah, no need to work it out for you. What is this? Fusions. So guys, whatever, forget about the fusion, this thing, right? So whatever we told about fusion, there's a lot of changes in the last few months, right? Yeah, so there's a lot of changes. So it's not going to be 6,000 giras or something. It's going to be affordable. It's going to be decently priced. It's not going to be cheap. It's not going to be expensive. It's going to be decently priced. So it's not 100%. It's not going to be like 6,000 giras or something based on the flow. So it's going to be like pretty reasonable. All right. So we don't want to tell the number now to just, just for people in the town hall. So the number is very, very reasonable. Simply put, if you held your Jira or 2 Jiras from the start, or this thing, you probably would need 50 or 60% of it. And if you hold your Jira voxel, it's going to give you some benefits as well. So, we'll be posting the announcement. It'll be fair announcement for everybody to see. So there's no unnecessary pump and dumps just for the sake.
Yes, Shan, I think we have visitors here today from Flow Carbon. Do you want to introduce them maybe?
Yes, sir. So I think I made a tweet the other day about this product or this project, right? Flow Carbon. So that's a project that's kind of like Flow Carbon works on with like with carbon emissions, helping NFT projects clear off carbon emissions, making them carbon neutral or carbon positive. So it's a project that's funded by A16Z. If I'm not in the number, I think is $70 million. They've been funded by. I made this tweet. I'm just finding the tweet for you guys to just read. So the co-founder and the team is here. So I'm just going to hand over it to them. So those of you got any questions about Flow Carbon, it's a 200 supply project. 8 of it is already sold. So 192 supply left, and the public mint is soon. So you can just ask any questions that you guys have got to them directly.
Yeah, hi everyone. This is the CEO of Flow Carbon. How are you? Great to be here with you. That was a great intro. That is true. We are funded by Andreessen Horowitz, by A16Z, and we've been working super collaboratively with PG. We offset 700 tons of PG's carbon emissions through our Flowers project, which is an NFT collection where the public mint is starting this Tuesday at 12 noon. And PG has also been strategic advisors to us, and we really appreciate the collaboration. It's been really, really fruitful. And The goal is to bring more projects to work together to advise more projects and bring them into basically sustainable NFT drops where in this case, in the flowers collection, 75% of the proceeds go towards retiring carbon credits from incredible projects all over the developing world. These are projects where there's conservation happening, wildlife habitat restoration, reforestation, all kinds of activities that both remove carbon from the atmosphere and also create a much more socioeconomically sustainable environment for the communities around the project sites. So major impact play and a way to bring these communities, starting with the PG community, into a more sustainable future. Flow Carbon as a company is generally building Web3 infrastructure to bring the carbon markets on chain, including through NFTs. So we launched the collection, generated a good deal of excitement, which is, in this environment, we were really excited to see. And yeah, general mint happening on Tuesday. Super appreciate all the support from this community and happy to answer any questions about it if there are.
I think probably a good thing to do is just talk about the strategy, how the mint's going to work, just for people to know, and what happened with the eight NFTs, how much it was sold for, and stuff like that. Just a little bit, so that you can just be prepared for those of them who are interested, and how it may benefit individual users as well. Like, whether it's as being an art-based project.
Yeah. So it's actually a super cool mechanism. We did a showcase auction where so it's 8 artists in the collection, 8 pretty well-known artists, including Creature World, Lindsay Burns, Maxwell Teals, and these 8 artists all contributed pieces to the collection. We chose one piece from each of the 8 artists for a sort of early showcase auction, and that's where those 8 pieces sold. The rest of the collection is being sold through a mint that's lasting from Tuesday at 12 Eastern through Friday, so this week. And it's a bucket auction mechanism, which was pioneered by Doodles, where there's a clearing price. Bids come in, there's a clearing price. You don't know exactly which piece you're going to get. And at the end of the mint, those who bid above the clearing price will get a piece from the collection, but they don't necessarily know which piece, which artist, which makes it kind of really exciting and fun. There's, interesting ways to gamify, etc. A lot of strategy involved. The 8 artists are all well known. They all have their own communities, their own followings. They're all pretty big. You can go to our website, flowcarbon.com, and see information about the collection. But that's the mechanism. And what's really interesting is all of the artists and all of the collectors so far. We have a lot of collectors who are already, are ready to bid when it opens. Everyone's super excited about the part of this where 75% of the proceeds is going towards basically not only making the collection carbon neutral, but carbon negative, where it's offsetting a lot more carbon than the collection is going to emit. We all know that emissions are relative now post-merge relatively low, which is great. So it's really having a net positive sustainability play because it's retiring a lot of carbon. And so messaging wise, it's gotten a lot of traction because of that. And the venture community has paid close attention to it. We have a bunch of the A16Z team is going to be participating in the auction. So it's just a really nice way to marry the venture community, the NFT community, and the sort of broader sustainability and carbon communities. Other
Perfect.
questions?
Yeah, any questions, guys? Like, you can just target what is
Sorry.
yeah, any questions you guys have got about it, about the project, or what's the thing for those
I
of
guess
you who are-
should I talk for a minute about what a carbon credit is? For anyone who doesn't know? That help?
不可以就学术报位。小声。可是我少。
Wait, I'll just mute them 1 second. Sorry, I think there's somebody hot mic here.
Yeah. No, it might be a good question. I just don't understand it.
No. I think he's a pure degen. He doesn't know basic science.
Okay. Should I
All right,
talk
let's
about
go.
what a carbon credit is?
Yes, just for sure.
Okay, awesome. So there are projects happening all over the world where they have the effect of reducing carbon from the atmosphere. So it actually is the case that nature-based projects, conservation projects, reforestation projects, if they happen at scale, they can provide up to 30% of the overall solution to climate change that we need to see globally. Like everyone's so focused on decarbonizing, but they don't realize that we're destroying our natural assets, and if we didn't do that, we get a third of the way towards preventing climate change. And so there's a whole market called the carbon market, which basically pays for activities like that, conservation, reforestation. You can't expect a lot of the our old growth rainforests and our best natural carbon sinks, forests, trees, are in the developing world. You can't expect people there to not destroy those assets because that's their livelihood. You can't just say, sorry, don't destroy those assets. You have to actually give them a revenue stream if you're asking them not to do that. And so the sort of global community came together and created this market which says to mostly communities in the developing world, if you stop cutting down trees for timber and lumber and grazing and livelihood, for economic growth, we are going to give you these credits. We created these artificial digital units called carbon credits. We'll calculate how much carbon your project is removing from the atmosphere. So if you're, a local community, a lot of them are indigenous communities, your community in Indonesia, in the Borneo, and you decide that you're going to officially conserve your local area, then the amount of carbon those trees sequester, or the trees that you grow will sequester, that's calculated, and they get these carbon credits. And those carbon credits are a commodity. They actually sell them to corporations who use them as part of their overall decarbonization strategy. They use them for carbon offsets. They're also changing their practices, companies, but they'll always have emissions that they're emitting. And so they will pay for these kinds of projects by buying the carbon credits. And it's an incredibly powerful mechanism for funneling private capital to the developing world to these projects that we need to see happen. We all know conservation needs to happen. We all know that ecosystem restoration has to happen. And so what we, Flow Carbon, are doing is both building on-chain infrastructure for allowing these these transactions to happen between corporations and projects that have the carbon credits, because it's a really inefficient, super broken, all non-transparent market. 80% of it is over the counter. But we also have a really strong we also think it's really powerful to bring the NFT communities into this. And so this is the first collection that's doing that. It's been met with really, really excited reception, where you sell NFTs, 75% of the proceeds goes to buying these carbon credits. And so basically it's bringing new communities into buying carbon credits. Instead of it being mostly a corporate activity, you can bring other communities into buying carbon credits. So programmable carbon tokens, which is what our project is focused on, allow you to do that. And we're super excited to be starting here with PG, with the PG community. We think it's the first of a whole real pioneering effort to bring the buying of carbon credits into a whole bunch of new use cases and communities, starting with NFT communities, starting with PG. And we've got a lot of sort of supporters, investors who are excited about this vision and this mission.
Yeah, thanks a lot for that. Final one was the one question I wanted to just confirm was all the 200 NFTs, are they going to get, this thing, what is it, a physical art or?
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so so the way it works is if you get a piece in the collection, not only are you offsetting your own emissions, not only are you contributing to even more sustainable effort, because the emissions offset from each piece is going to be way more than an individual's. So you individually have a huge impact play from doing that. You get an amazing NFT and you get physical art, that you get the physical to go with it. So it's really an amazing opportunity to buy. We think given where these artists typically sell, we think it could be a great opportunity to get a good piece at a good price and also get a physical to go with it and also be having a huge impact play.
Yep. So just to put some context, the last eight, I'm sorry, the first eight was sold last week as an auction, and those were gone for a total of $70,000. I think eight of them. So yeah, I think it's a 200 piece collection bucket auction. Just for those of you who do not know, the price will be determined finally by the community in the sense like whatever they pitch in. So similar to Gangster All Stars, I think that's the closest one you guys might remember. And this NFT comes up with, obviously one of the eight artists, some more valuable than the others, obviously. And at the same time, you get a physical art delivered to your this thing as well. So yeah.
Yep. And all I'll say is that the buyers in the showcase auction and also buyers we know who are going to buy in the general mint are pretty awesome people to be part of a collection, from the VC community, from the sort of broader, well-known whale community. So it's a really good collection to be part of, given who's buying.
Yep. So guys, any questions? Any other questions? I think pretty much that's it. So anything else? Anybody else from your team they want to add anything if they haven't got any questions? Or like it's another 2 days, isn't it? So you guys are excited for the mint?
We're super excited for the mint. We're really excited for for all of it. We think it's an awesome collection. It's merging 8 awesome artists. Frankie Nines is in there, and Creature World, Lindsey Burns, Maxwell Teals. Yeah, it's a great collection, and it's a great cause, and it's bringing a lot of new people into buying. And again, we think it's the first of what's going to be a whole series of collaborative drops that do this, that go towards basically supporting these incredible projects. And so that's bringing a lot of really cool people into the space. So we think that this collection is the start of something really, really impactful and meaningful and like sort of iconic. We're really excited about it.
Right. Easy. So if you guys haven't got any question, in 2 days the mint is up. It's a fair not fair Dutch auction, it's just put what price you want kind of thing, and it auto calculates, and if you win, you win. Small supply with the physical art, and that's it. That's pretty much it. And PG is obviously one of the strategic advisors for that, and it's amazing connections we got with the people at Flow Carbon. I think for those of you, it's run by the found. You can read more about it from my tweet. I think I made a tweet about the entire project as such, so you guys can have a look, and pretty much that's it.
Yep. Awesome. My team, if there's anything else, we'll put it in the chat, any other info, and a link to the mint site.
Definitely. I think that will help for sure.
Yep.
Perfect. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right, guys, I think that's pretty much it, unless you guys got any more questions, except more alpha and stuff. That's it. Let's just wait for 16. I think before our next town hall, I think we would have a few things up for us to chat about.
We're having a town hall on 16?
What's going to happen on 16?
No, I thought you said.
No, I was like on 16th, you're gonna see all the Twitter deleted, Discord deleted, Shan's account missing. So it's just gonna be me in Bahamas. Probably I'm
You're gonna chill with Sam Bankman-Fried.
Yep. The plan. It's the ultimate goal, man. Look at him roaming freely, without any repercussions, and getting on all the media and stuff. So legend. Motherfuckers hasn't cost us loss of money, but because of him indirectly our clients for a couple of consulting projects had to pull out. Fucking hate that guy. Right. Cool guys, I think not too long today. It's a 1.5 hour session. So all right, so just to wrap things up, December 16th, some announcements. December 14 is going to be Flow Carbon Mint. December 19 is going to be Yeye Mint. So Just if you like, as always, do not ape in just because PG is involved. If you like the product, if you understand what's happening, 100% would appreciate the support. Yeah, that's pretty much it from our end.
Oh,
Definitely.
I have one
there's some-
question.
Yeah, go for it.
This question comes from Amrish, but he was too shy to actually ask. He was asking about the next year meetup.
It came from Amrish.
Yeah, it came from Amrish.
I'm gonna
He
say
DM'd me,
December.
asked me to ask you.
I'm again gonna say December 16th. That's my answer. Any question,
Okay.
your answers will be on December 16th.
All right, sounds good.
I think I'm really excited, man. I think I really am looking forward for 16 because I think we did a lot of things. Not many even know the story, and they're buying into PG. They don't even know the entire story or how things originated. You guys would know, how
Oh,
it all.
I think we got a duck race for a potatoes code.
I've got few codes. I'm more than happy to give a lot more codes, Sav. If you want to run it, I've got like probably 6 codes or something, or 5 codes or something. So more than happy, however you want to run it.
All
Duck
right,
race.
so I'll the way I want to run it is I'll run 4 and I'll take the other one.
Done.
I like how Sab just slid in here at the last moment and just announced that. You were smooth.
No, this is actually from Clags.eth. He was saying earlier he had a potatoes code give out. I said wait till the duck race at Townhall, and he's here right now. So we can run that.
That's what's up.
I think our boy Clags here wants to troll though. He wants it to be 30 minutes.
Yeah. It's 24 hour duck
too
race.
live.
Yeah, 24. It can be a 24 hours duck race, and at the end of the race, Sav gives out his Genesis Gojira. He's already got it. Anyway, Sav is like, I'm not going to sell it ever. So why do you need the NFT, man? Like, for those of you who are never going to sell it, just give away your NFTs to bring in new people. I'll give you access to the same Discord, so you guys are not going to sell it. Fuck it, you don't need the NFT.
I don't need someone running around with my PFP making a mockery of all that built up for the PG brand. That's okay.
So last one, I think DJ, you wanted to ask some questions. I guess somebody was just reminding me about it. You want to just ask on the stage?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So just
What's up, DJ?
Yo, what's up? All right, so just like 2 questions actually. So okay, I know you actually were typing something in the chat just now. So I know it was actually going quite fast, so I didn't actually see what you were typing. So let's say I have a Gen 2 legendary Jira, right? So how will it work in the fusion itself?
Okay, so you won't burn it. You'll still continue having it. So without burning, you get a free fused Gen 2.
Oh fuck yeah, that's good. Okay, all right.
Yeah, so you'll still hold on to a.
Same with the rares?
No. It's going to be, so basically the legendary one get burnt. Oh, no, rare get burnt. So basically rares don't need a partner. So normally you have 2 Gen 2s to claim a fuse, right? So now for the rare one, you don't need the second one. So essentially if you get a rare suppose the Gen 2's floor is 1.1 now, and if the rare is sitting at like 1.3 or 1.4 or 1.5 or even like 1.8 ETH, instead of getting 2 Gen 2s, you get a rare. It's basically you don't need a partner to claim the fused one. So it's kind of like small discount as such.
Oh, so rare doesn't mean rare fusion?
So okay, I think I can tell this. Okay, I didn't want to tell this. I wanted to keep it as a suspense. But when you go for the fusion, for the rare, you can choose to keep the same art, but the NFT metadata changes. So it'll be in the new collection. It'll still carry on the rare artwork because we want the fused ones to have its unique look. So for those of you who like your rare, for instance, it will be called fused, but it'll have your rare artwork carried on into the new collection. So it won't basically you don't have, because we want to give the chance for everyone to randomly get this rare fused as well, so we don't want to just be like only rares get rare stuff. So you can keep your rare artwork if you like, but the rare fused or some specific artwork is probably gonna be randomly given, not just like 1:1 kind of thing.
All right. So Shan, for legendary, right? You said that we actually get a fused Jira, right? So is it going to be like a Titan or what?
You can choose. I think I'll
Oh,
confirm. I think you can choose one of the three. Jamie, that's just wanted to confirm. I'm pretty sure you can choose one of the three because so many things are going on in my mind. I just don't want to give the wrong information. But 100%,
Yeah.
I think choose
As
one of
soon
the
as
three.
as soon as you come to Fuse, you'll be able to choose which side you wanna be
Yeah.
oh,
for
okay. All right. That's cool.
legendaries. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. All right. Okay. Sure. So my second question, right, is regarding the Jira Vox.
Mhm.
Okay. So, I think I'm also addressing Asian Min's question. I think he did mention this question earlier in the chat.
Yep.
I think we actually like supposed to get our Gen 2 legendary like Jira Vox, right? Isn't it?
Yep. So
Yeah.
what
So
happened was, as I said, like, sorry, I think that's what I answered for the Asian Mints thing as well. Like, so we were supposed to, like, in a sense, like we kind of like, let's say it's a mistake from our part because we kind of didn't promise, but at the same time we kind of like missed it. So what happened was all the metadata for the legendary was made the 1:1, but it was pretty much like shifted or put in the main collection as such. So instead of the airdropping, you guys just didn't think or didn't kind of like it kind of didn't strike us at the time. So we have it in our agenda for all 10 of you to just kind of like we'll update your metadata to reflect your 1:1 legendary thing, or we buy it from the flow, whatever is the way. Like, if people if they're reasonable enough, we might just buy it from them. But if they're not reasonable, or if they just want to just like, I just want to pay them more than what's the flow, like 10 or 20x more than the flow, get it to you guys who has got it. If not, we have to pretty much like we'll get you your like metadata is fixed, so your 1:1 will be linked. I mean, will be on your voxel.
all right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, just that there's a story for the delay because there's so much, like, trust me, like, there's so much in our plate, like, it's like we're ticking one by one off, but we're just kind of like prioritizing things at this stage. So, that's even the smallest of things, like in the fractionalized vault and all those things is all in the agenda. So one thing is like now we decided what is our path, what is PG, like even as holders, a lot of you might be confused what's the path PG taking, like, yes, we are acquiring businesses or equity. Yes, we are also doing consulting, launchpad and stuff. But a lot of you might have this question about what is PG, what do we get as holders? We are not a play to earn game company alone. We are not just an alpha group. We are not just thing like Valhalla or something like a gaming guild or something like that. And we are not like Pixelmon, obviously, like a game or something. So what is PG? Is the biggest major question that a lot of you would have had. So for me and Jamie, PG was a place for anybody to explore, a place for us to be ourselves, a place for us to come up with ideas, a place for us to come up with solutions and build things together. So we stuck to that principle till June, July. Obviously, we were kind of like observing the market and all those kind of things, and obviously the project was blowing up and all those kind of things. So after that point, we clearly determined this thing that R&D and development and all those things are fine, amazing, perfect. But first thing we need to set up is like have a steady income because without that, whatever you build and it's gonna be burnt. So that aspect, once it's set, which we feel was set the recent months. Now we are moving towards all the product development launches and stuff, acquisitions or whatever, so that like how it's going to benefit the holders. That's the biggest challenge for us to figure out in the equity side. But the benefit is also from the brand value as such, which we can give back to holders in different ways. There's multiple ways in which we can like for example, when the tokens are ready and we do a TGE or a token generation event, that's the actual way where we can give back this thing to the Gen 2s as a value. And Genesis, for indirect ways, we are working out how we can give options or chance to be have equity in the brand itself. It's been from day one and it's not changed. It's just that we have to figure out a few things. But yeah, that's so on 16th. from December 16th, I would highly suggest you guys to just keep, just watch. We will watch what's happening. And we'll have a spaces on the 17th. It's going to be fun. I think we have a very, very clear direction. And from moving forward, we do not care about flippers anymore as much. Before it was a different story, and royalties and all those things. Now most of the royalties is being eaten up by blur and shit. So we only gonna care about people that are holding or people that actually are willing to be part of PG. Some people like we as much as I say, IRL money and all those things are important. So obviously you need to sell and you need to get out. If there's problems or debts in real life. But our aim is to have a community where people just forget that there is an NFT called PG in the wallet. One project where they can just give it a shot by, okay, guys, I'm trusting this team. I'm just gonna go. I don't want people to go and sweep like 10s and 20s or 5s. Just like one NFT that you hold and forget that it's there in the wallet. Not even it's maybe $1,000, but then you want to buy a fucking like Louis Vuitton shoe, for instance, by thinking of selling a Gen 2 or a whatever. But for just what if you forgot that this product was there even in your wallet? That's the kind of people that we want to target slowly, where they go and flip everything else. But PG is one project where they're like, okay, I'm gonna take a shot with a team for all the developments and stuff. So that's where our mechanisms, that's where our services, and that's where our products are aimed or directed towards for the 2023 and beyond. Right. And I'm proud to say that more than 70 or 80% of the holders have never sold their Genesis, or at least sold only, at peaks or highs and stuff, and came back into the ecosystem, like people like even Coco Beans, people like, even like this guy, Devil, Snares, Wolf and stuff. These guys sold at some price and they got back into the ecosystem. So, it's pretty much a nice feeling for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much the thing. Right.
Alright,
See, I mean,
if anyone's like not watching the chat, I'll ping it again. There's a duck race, formed enter duck race for potatoes code.
for it, PG is an inheritance that you gave to your grandson. Either PG is gonna give you a house, or it's just gonna be like we tried and then we turn into an alpha group. Nothing in between. We're not gonna be this average product stuck here and then be like, guys, we lost the funds. So just to answer your question, we're gonna be one of those products where we 100% like try for the like a sensible, sustainable product with sustainable income and like an ecosystem, or we just turn it into a massive alpha group. That's it, without like rugging and shit.
He's lying. He's gonna leave
I
on the
think
16th.
Sav is gonna take over after this. You got. You're probably the only one who's tattooed the Gojira, man. Like that answers the question.
Wag
It's
me,
your
am I right?
forever. All right, go for it.
Duck
Yeah,
race?
exactly.
Alright, 30
Yeah, go.
entries. Alright, closing. Let's go Wag. Oh, 31. Someone just slipped in. Alright, about the stream. Alright, can you guys see the stream? I'm throw myself in there. Cause nah, joke. Alright. You guys ready? Shan 97 wants to be thrown in.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go
What is
sleep. I fucking didn't have any sleep at all. I'm just gonna head off. All the best for your duck race. Catch you again tomorrow. I probably am gonna reserve 3 codes for like few people who had some issues with the meme land thing. So I've got about three. Yeah, I'll check. I'm not sure. Like I'm pretty sure I haven't done anything with the code. So it's just you gotta just log in and get the codes. I guess. Let me just try it. But Sav, maybe like I think three should be safe. Probably can run like three from my end or two from. It's just two just for safety in case I want to give it to some other people. Just run an extra two from my end. I'll give the codes.
All right. So you want me to run
Right.
2 more after this?
Yep.
Oh,
Do you have?
Bob Mouse. I got you. I'll just send you the IDs after.
Yeah. Perfect. Cool. All right. See you guys. Bye.
All right, you guys ready? Oh man, you guys are slow. Come on, draw knife. I got you though. Oh my goodness, you guys are just coming out of the woodwork right now. What is going on? Shan. Holy fuck. Bruh, there was a whole forum and you guys are just putting it in the chat now, making me do it manually? That's crazy. If I see any of you guys double entering your names, I'm cutting you out too, by the way. Wait, who did I just put in? I put Small Brain in? I did. Soldier, David C. Oh, it's all the fucking Genesis, you motherfuckers. Come on, you guys don't know the deal by now? Alright, alright. Jesus. This is like double the length of the list now. You motherfuckers. You're lucky I love you guys. 'Cause I would
It's
not handle this.
been ages since we had a Sav duck race. Motherfucker's been partying all around the world.
Hey, it's called BizDev. Doing BizDev work.
Sure, man. Sure. All right. Yeah, I think I got the codes. All good. Oh, yep. Oh shit! It's 3 codes per potato.
Yeah.
Fuck! I've got then probably like 18 codes or something. Yeah, you can do a lot more. Like, is it like how does the code work? Is it even worth it, or is it like some
Just
like
add you to the wait list.
could there even be anything on the wait list?
I don't know. There's a lot of people on the wait list. I think maybe it's a raffle, or is it just like it might be first come first serve? So just gotta up your gas. All right. Oh my God, Madara. All right, your last one. Cutting you guys off. You guys gonna be double up the whole list. All right, let's go. All right, 1-1-1. All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's duck. Oh, psych. It's my first time. Clearly. 3, 2, 1. Let's duck. Whack. Whack. Alright, who's got it? Oh shit, D's in the Jira outfit. I don't know, he might have it. Yep, let's get some quacks in the chat for boosts. If you type !quack, you go faster. This is facts.
Quack.
Yeah, if you say it out loud, you go even faster.
Oh, by the way, apparently all the waitlisted people get some future airdrop for the next meme land drop.
Yeah, I read that too.
So it's not
Quack.
that bad.
Yeah, even if you don't get it, you get something.
Bro, I've never seen so many ducks in a fucking duck race. Like I've max seen like 20 or 15 or something.
Oh, bruh. This is not even half the max.
Yeah, you used to run those things. Ooh,
Ooh,
JLC.
JLC. Yeah, I used to run them. I can run them anytime, but we don't. Just give me some prizes.
Wait, so if each of them can get this thing, that means it's a 18,000 supply drop. Fuck.
You think? I think it's over allocated.
No, the airdrop.
Oh, the
For
airdrop. Yeah, yeah.
yep,
Maybe it'll be their
probably
token though.
possibly. No, I think he put a treasure map. What maybe the meme land something, pets land. Jamie is planning to buy a MVP, isn't it, Jamie? 32 ETH or something.
Alright, is
Jamie,
Cleggs here? Where is Cleggs? I'll send that winner to Cleggs. If he rugs you, then hopefully Shan gets you. Flags. Clags, you here? Did did Clags rug me? Oh yeah, he's there. I can't DM you. Clags, can you DM the code to this guy? Alright, Shan, what are you thinking? How many more? Like 5?
we can do 5 more. It's fine. I'll just send
Alright.
you the codes. We've got enough. All right, I'm gonna go sleep. I'll just kind of come back later.
Yeah, feel free to throw a 6th one in, because I don't have one yet.
Yep, sure.
Alright, is everyone in? I'm gonna run the next one. Last chance. I'll throw you in right now if you're not in. If not, I think you're all in. So let's just run it. Oh, Cobra, I got you. Oh, bruh, Hassan. Alright, alright. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Oh, Hassan, you're part of Wolfpack? That's funny. J-Storm's a homie. Oh my god. Alright, Tubby Bunny. I'm pretty sure you're in here already. Yeah, you're in here, motherfucker. Get out of here. I should remove you for that, but... Mac. Can't pull a fast one on me, guys. Come on. It's all good. It's all good. Alright. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Alright. Alright, ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's duck. Quack. Quack's in the chat.
Quack, quack, quack.
Quack. Alright, who's got their money down? Let's
Quack,
get some
quack.
Jira bets. Let's get some Jira bets. Who entered Shane 96? Oh, that was me. Never mind. Amar, that's a smart bet. I would also bet on me losing. Oh, there's a Gyaraduck creeping up in the back. KSM in the Gyaraduck costume. I don't know, I think you might have it. Gyara costume's OP, bro. 15 seconds left. Who will win? Oh, Shan's Bahama Fund. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, baby G with the upset. Congrats, baby G. You have a potatoes code. I'll DM you it in a bit as soon as Shan sends them to me. Cleggs, you still here? Did you send that to the first winner? All right. JLC sent you the code? All right, appreciate that, Cleggs. You're a real one for that. Faisal, let me check if you're in there. Nope, you're not. Can I voice quack quack? Hell yeah. Yes, you can. Yeah, you guys can talk in this BC, you know, you can just turn off mute and your mic should work, I think, right? Or am I wrong?